Before we can wait the same right. But oops, finger is dirty. So I'm leaving you tonight. I'll be joining the parade. Sorry if my fingers are dirty, guys. It's okay, you're a noob, so it's okay. So before working, I have my break already. And before working, we need to do some exercise about AWS. Okay, so a developer has run AWS configure on an Amazon EC2 Linux instance. Okay, so it's a developer. This developer, it's a hat. Developer has run AWS configuration and configure. Has run AWS configure on an Amazon EC2 Linux instance. Amazon EC2 Linux instance. Okay. Let's run an AWS configure on an Amazon EC2 Linux instance. Where would the access keys be stored on the file system? So the access keys, where are we going to store the access keys on the file system? So one is stored in tilde.aws credentials. Sure if you can see how dirty my fingernails are. Number two, store it in this one, user profile. Percent AWS the credentials. And number three, tilde.aws config. Okay. So usually this is a Linux. So usually Linux, this one here, this number two is a Windows style of directory. So I'm leaving you, and then so we are now down in two options. So this one here, credentials and config, and we have to choose one. So I believe this is the answer here. This one here, credentials. Okay, we have how many questions here? We have 12 questions. I think it's okay. Number two, we'll just answer 5. Number 2, what is the best practice for applying permissions to many users who perform the same job role? What is the best practice for applying permissions to many users who perform the same job role? So same to many users. User 1, user 2, user 3, and they have the same job rule. Okay, job rule. Okay. Apply a permission policy to an IAM rule and allow the users to assume the rule. Add the users to an IAM group and apply permission policies to the group. And number 3, add an inline permission policy to each individual. So the answer for this one should be 2. add the users to an IAM group and apply a permissions policy to the group. Okay, and number 3. What container is used for applying an IAM rule to an Amazon EC2 instance? So an Amazon EC2 instance, what container is used for applying an IAM rule? IAM rule applies to Amazon EC2 instance. What container? What container? A Docker container, an STS, Amazon Token Service, an instance profile. Damn. Instance profile, I think. Instance profile. So I think I'll just stop here and let's check our answers now. I guess I'm now tired. Okay, so number 1, the answer is correct. Number 1. Number 1. Number 2, what is the best practice for applying permissions to many users who perform the same job rule? My answer is 2, and the answer is 2, correct. Number 3, what container is used for applying an IAM rule to an Amazon EC2 instance? Answer is 3, user profile. Alright, so we got 3 out of 3. And that's it. Let's put some I'm leaving you tonight. There's no fun here anymore. I've been joining the parade. I'm leaving you tonight. It's like giving a blowjob. This is a microphone and he's singing. Okay, so don't think like this is inappropriate. We just need 10 minutes. Still have 1 minute left. So I'm leaving you tonight. I've been joining the parade. Anymore. If I'm leaving you complete, same right. On here, like a ride. Ooh, how can you see? Is this the end? I face the truth. It's obvious. Different money.